Hey, it's Dee. And in the last video, I introduced the Authentic Path framework, a framework designed to help you move from fear, from confusion, from resistance, towards alignment, clarity, and fulfillment. And today, I will be answering a very important question. That question is, why is it important to live authentically in order to gain success? Welcome back to Decide to Succeed. I am Deidre, your host and Authentic Path Guide. Where truth leads, we follow. Most people define success by external achievements, money, status, recognition, titles, or possessions, etc. From the Authentic Path framework, success begins well before you see those things. Success begins when you decide to become who you were created to be, aka your authentic self. When you are living authentically, you are taking responsibility for your purpose, your power, and your God-given gifts. Point number 1. Success is about being who God created you to be. The first reason authenticity is vital to success is because success begins with being. Before you do anything, before you achieve anything, before you accomplish anything, first you must become. Now, each of us was created with very unique gifts, talents, skills, abilities, etc. Now, those gifts were not given by accident. They were given to us with purpose. The problem is, most of us spend most of our lives trying to become who society expects us to be. We wear masks, we seek approval, we pursue goals that don't even genuinely belong to us. And we wonder why we feel so disconnected, so lost, like life just isn't clicking right? Living authentically means honoring who God created you to be. It means accepting your uniqueness. It means understanding that your talents are attached to your gifts. And the more aligned you become with your authentic self, the more aligned you become with your purpose. And alignment is where success begins. So being by itself isn't enough. Eventually, alignment must move into actions. Point number 2, success requires doing what is aligned with your purpose. Once you know who you are, you must take actions in accordance with that truth. Every action creates momentum. Every decision creates a pattern. Every pattern creates frequency. And when your actions are aligned with your authentic purpose, you create a frequency that naturally supports growth and success. So if you're called to create, but you're constantly avoiding creating, if you're called to lead, but you're constantly shrinking yourself, if you're called to serve, but you're constantly hiding, you're creating resistance. I know this all too well, because your actions and your purpose are moving in different directions. Living authentically means taking action towards your purpose in alignment with your true self. Therefore, you begin making decisions from alignment instead of fear. You begin choosing growth over comfort. You begin to trust the path, even when the outcome is not guaranteed. Success is not created in one giant moment. It's created through repeated, aligned actions. And that's where momentum comes in from. Momentum is what moves you forward on your authentic path. Eventually, those aligned actions begin to produce results. We have made it to point number 3. Point number is taking responsibility for your power, your purpose, and your God-given gifts. The third reason authenticity is vital to success is because success requires responsibility. We all want the outcome, but we don't want the responsibility. That's a tough pill to swallow. I am a living example of this. And that is why I am here creating these videos, because I have chosen to take responsibility, making decisions out of alignment with my purpose and not out of fear. So again, responsibility. Living authentically means taking ownership of your life. It means taking ownership of the gifts you've been given. It means no longer blaming circumstances or other people, past or your fears or whatever. you begin to clear out resistance. You begin to use fear as feedback. You begin to build momentum through aligned actions. You begin to build momentum through aligned decisions. And most importantly, you gain clarity about your identity. And you stop allowing society to decide on who you should be. You stop living in accordance to expectations that don't even belong to you. You stop conforming. You begin to consciously choose who you are from a place of truth and clarity. Your identity becomes rooted in truth and not approval. When your identity is clear, your decisions become clearer. Actions become clearer. Your purpose becomes clearer. Success becomes a natural byproduct of living in alignment with your authentic self. Living authentically is important because it affects every aspect of life. Success begins with being who God created you to be. Success grows through doing what is aligned with your purpose. Success is sustained when you take responsibility for your purpose, your power, and your God-given gifts. This is why alignment matters, why conscious decision-making matters. This is why the authentic path matters. Every aligned decision moves you closer to the life you are meant to live. So in the next video, we'll go deeper on the 5 pillars of the authentic path and how they work together to move you from resistance to alignment, from alignment to fulfillment. Until next time, path walkers, move forward, not force, and remember, where truth leads, we follow. I am Dee, and I'll see you on the path.
Hi, it's Deidre, and if you've been following my journey, you know I'm passionate about sharing tools that genuinely changed my life. That's why I created the Authentic Path Library. Every book in this collection has played a meaningful role in transforming my perspective from a place of limitation, fear, and uncertainty to a life rooted in greater awareness, freedom, purpose, and success. I don't recommend books because they're popular. I recommend them because they've made a real difference in my life, and I believe they can do the same for yours. So start your journey today and add a few titles from the Authentic Path Library to your cart and decide to succeed, because one book could change the direction of your life forever.